Good morning, fourth grade. We are ready for math lesson 156. Let's start off with our concept cards. Please continue to give the answer. I cannot hear you, but I do like if you say the answer so that you get it in your head better. What is perimeter? When we measure perimeter, what are we measuring? We're measuring the distance around something. What is the formula for the perimeter of a rectangle? You used it in the last couple days fairly much, I believe. P equals, in parentheses, 2 times L, plus, in parentheses, 2 times W. What is the formula for the perimeter of a square? P equals 4 times S. This is a trapezoid, parallelogram, rhombus, triangle, parallel lines, perpendicular lines, simple closed curve, polygon, point, line segment, line, ray, right angle, congruent angles, intersecting lines. 1 metric ton equals how many pounds? 2,200. 1 kilogram equals how many grams? 1,000. 1 ton equals how many pounds? 2,000. 1 pound equals how many ounces? 16. 1 bushel equals how many pecks? 4. 1 peck equals how many quarts? 8. 1 gallon equals how many quarts? 4. 1 quart equals how many pints? 2. 1 pint equals how many cups? 2. 1 meter equals how many centimeters? 100. 1 mile equals how many yards? 1,760. 1 mile equals how many feet? 5,280. 1 yard equals how many inches? 36. 1 year equals how many days? 365. 1 year equals how many weeks? About 52. Let's go over place value. Go ahead and read it with me. Ones, tens, 100, 1,000, 100,000, whoops, 10,000, my bad, 100,000, and 1 million is the place value of each of those. Kilo means 1,000. Desa means 1/10. Centa means 1/100th. Milla means 1,000th. Deca means 10. Hecto means 100. 1 meter equals how many decimeters? 10. 1 decameter equals how many meters? 10. 1 hectometer equals how many meters? 100. 1 kilometer equals how many meters? 1,000. 1 meter equals how many millimeters? 1,000. 1 centimeter equals how many millimeters? 10. 1 cup equals how many fluid ounces? 8. 1 decade equals how many years? 10. 1 score equals how many years? 20. 1 millennium equals how many years? 1,000. And 1 tablespoon equals how many teaspoons? 3. Okay, in our lesson today, we are reviewing perimeter. Now, we just reviewed what perimeter means in our concept cards, so what does perimeter mean? Remember, it is the measurement of the distance around something. So if you think about the perimeter of a square or the perimeter of a rectangle, how could you find out what the distance is around it? Now you could add all 4 sides together, but we are learning formulas that we want to remember to use. So whenever you're working with these problems, write down the formula. When you do the problem, write down the formula, then put your numbers in the formula and work it 1 step at a time. You should have about 4 lines for every time that you use a formula. Every time you're finding perimeter of a square, perimeter of a rectangle, there should probably be 3 or 4 lines where you have your formula and then you fill in your numbers and continue to work your problem 1 step at a time. So we have a rectangle with a length of 25 feet and a width of 18 feet. Now we know that the 2 lengths are the same width on the same length on the rectangle, and the 2 widths are the same length, right? So we're going to use our formula. Our formula is P equals 2 times L because we have 2 lengths and they're the same measurement. And we're going to add that to 2 times our width because we have 2 widths and they are the same measurement as well. Now, when we have a formula and we have parentheses, you have to work what's in parentheses first, or your answer will likely not turn out correct. So let's fill in our numbers for our problem here. We have P equals 2 times 25 because that is our length, and L stands for length, plus 2 times, we have 18 as our width, W stands for width. So now we need to work what's in parentheses. 25 times 2, what's 25 times 2? Let's go ahead and write that out. We have 50, so P equals 50 plus, now we have 2 times 18. Let's go ahead and work that. So we have 36. So 50 plus 36. Now we can add our numbers together, add our lengths and our widths together. 50 plus 36, can you do that in your head? 86. The perimeter is 86 and our label is feet. Remember to write your unit down. 86 feet. That is the distance around a rectangle. So if we want to find the perimeter of a square, we have a different formula. It's a little bit more simple because on a square, all 4 sides are the same, right? So all we have to do is P equals 4 times a side. Okay, we're finding the distance around the square. There are 4 sides. They all equal 13 yards each. So the perimeter, we just go 4 times S. P equals 4 times 13. Now 13 times 4, so let's go ahead and work that. And we have 52. Now the perimeter equals 52 yards. Remember to write your label. 52 yards is the distance around the square. So when you're working your problems today, think about which formula you need to use, write down your formula, and then write down your steps for that. Please be extra careful to make sure you write down your formulas and write down your steps and then come up with your answer. Work your lesson carefully. It's a review lesson. Let me know if you have any questions, and I will see you in language class.